These are EX1 Quantum clubs. A set of these costs about 70 bucks. These are a set of Flow Toys Vision clubs. They cost about 500 bucks. These are my new DIY plastic bottle clubs. These are what we're gonna be making today. I'm really excited to show you how to make them. Let's get started. Trigger warning for any baby seals out there. Today we are going to be making juggling clubs out of recycled materials. My name is Peter Paradox. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here and you like the content in this video, feel free to give me a sub. That helps me out, that helps my channel out, and it makes me feel a little bit of self-worth. Today's video is actually in partnership with Team Seas. There are a lot of cool things in the ocean. Baby sharks, mermaids, pirate ships. If you are someone like me and feel bad that humans are taking advantage of something that we all rely on, feel free to consider donating to the charities that Team Seas is associated with. A couple things that you're going to need for this build are a pencil and a pen, a wooden saw. I didn't actually have a wooden saw. I had a hand saw, so I'll be using my Stradivarius musical saw for this project. A tape measure, drill with a 3x32 bit, Phillips screwdriver bit, a small sharp knife, a good pair of sharp scissors, and a black permanent marker. The supplies you'll need: masking tape, vinyl tape in a color of your choice, duct tape in the color of your choice, 5/8 diameter hardwood dowels. You're gonna need 18 inches per club. So I bought two 48-inch pieces that I will saw using my saw. 2 tennis balls, 2-liter bottles. I also have 3 33-ounce bottles for the club heads. It's recommended that you use 18 to 24-ounce bottles. I just happen to like really large club heads. I think they're more visually appealing, so that is what I'm using. The last thing that we have is these rubber furniture stoppers that fit a 5/8 dowel. Anyways, let's get on to building these things. All right, step 1, you're gonna take your wooden dowels and you're going to measure them so that they are 18 inches. I'm just gonna put it out there. Oh boy, oh no. I'm not a hardware person. I'm not a handyman, and I'm not gonna pretend I am. Now that we have our markings on our wooden dowels at 18 inches, we are going to cut them using our saw. Now that we have our wooden dowels, let's make a little center mark on the professionally cut sides of the dowels. And then you're gonna take your 3x32 inch drill bit and attach it to your drill. All right, once again, if you have like a vise or something to keep this steady, I would suggest using it. But because I'm not a handyman, I'm just doing this the way I'm doing it, so. All right, your next step is you're going to drill a hole through the exact center of the bottle that is going to be used as the club head. Cut your tennis balls in half. What I'm doing is I'm just kind of making a little skirt for my tennis ball. And then using my Sharpie to trace around the tennis ball. Wow. After you have your nice equator around the ball, you're going to stab a hole through the ball just to start it. You can either use a knife, or I found it's actually a lot easier with a razor sharp box cutter. There we go. Mark, if you're watching this, I'm sure this is giving you a lot of anxiety, so I'm sorry. So moving away from these just for a second, I just want to show you guys, this is the template that was created back in 2006 by the Green Club project. There is a whole website that I'm gonna link down in my description box that gives you the template. You just simply cut it out and then mark your 2-liter bottles to create the plastic wrap handle. They're very clever about this. They've made it very accessible to anyone who wants to create their own clubs. This wrap was printed on the back of my general liability insurance for performing, so thank you, Specialty Insurance Act, for sending me letter-sized paper so I could use it for this project. We simply wrap it around the bottle and then trace the outline. Booyakasha, we got it. Our 2-liter bottle's ready. Let's go back to these bottles just for a second. And let's mark off where they're going to sit on this dowel. And the reason why I'm marking this off is because we're gonna use either cardboard stock or tape to wrap around and make this dowel nice and snug. That way it's not moving around. I like to use duct tape just because it gives a little bit of weight, center weight, to the club. These are fairly light clubs. I think they'll sit somewhere around 150 grams. Now that we have our dowels in our bottles, it's time to attach the tennis ball, or half tennis ball. So a trick to get it right is we're gonna flip it inside out for each of these. Okay, we're gonna take our drills and I'm just going to eyeball where I think the center is on these tennis balls. Okay, take this out, put this back in. So now what you want to do is put your washer in your drywall screw. Once that is nice and secure in there, put another washer on the other side. Take your bottle club, find the hole in the bottle. Up, it's going. And once you've done that, flip the tennis ball over. It's starting to feel like a club now. And this is where you can start thinking about the colors of your clubs. I'm gonna add a second layer of tape, maybe right here, or going across the club head. I like that style. I'm gonna do the same for the other two, and then we're gonna move on to the next step. Most of the hard work is done. We have the club heads made. All we have to do now is make the wrap. Now what I'm doing is I'm just trying to create an even, I'm overlapping about halfway on this electrical tape. And then I'm gonna go all the way up to the head of the bottle, lap that around a couple times. That's gonna be my handle. The knob is gonna go on top of that. I'm just going to make the knob nice and flush by adding extra tape. All right, one down, baby, let's go. All right, I'm gonna fast forward and do the other two, and when I'm done, I'll show you what they look like. Okay, I've finished the clubs, I've moved the desk out of the way, and I've zoomed out a bit so you can see my glorious body. Yeah. I'm going to juggle these now, and I can already tell you, like, you know, if you've juggled a club, you kind of know what they feel like. They feel balanced. They feel like a PX3 Lite, actually, but much louder. Kind of giving an echo in the room. Anyway, here we go. So before we wrap this up, I just want to give a quick shout out to Mr. Beast, Mark Rober, and Matt Fitzgerald for doing this with Team Cease. And if you do make these, let me know in the comments. Thank you again for making this possible, and I really hope that we hit that 30 million pounds of trash out of the ocean. That sounds amazing.